Hey there folks! Today's video is going to be on the difference between PVC and embroidered patches. I'm Josh K with the Monterey Company. Let's get into it. So there are some very stark differences between PVC and embroidered. Both are patches, both can be applied sewing, iron-on, hook and loop, all of that, but there are some very big differences. The main difference is the material itself. Embroidered patches are cloth-based patches. PVC is a soft rubber patch. So right off the bat, very different materials. Both will have raised and recessed areas because with an embroidered patch, you have a twill base level, and then the embroidery is on top of that. So there will be a little bit of raised and recessed in embroidery. From cost standpoint, embroidered is going to be a little bit cheaper, mainly just because of the setup fee. With embroidery, we have a digital tape file, which is just a digital file for the embroidery machine to know what color thread to put where. With PVC, we're making a physical mold. Reorders might be much closer in pricing, but right off the bat, PVC is going to be a little bit more expensive. Application, you can sew both of these on, you can heat press them on, you can use hook and loop backing. They are a little bit different. Embroidery is a little bit easier to sew on because it's a fabric-based patch. PVC is rubber, so you might need a heavier duty sewing machine. With embroidered, you can heat from the front, from the back, from both, doesn't really matter. With PVC, you can only apply heat from the backside, from the inside out. When it comes to the actual designs and the differences in design, PVC tends to be better for smaller details in smaller areas. Lines are crisper and cleaner because we're making a physical mold, so those lines are always going to be consistently clean, crisp. Whereas with an embroidered, you're embroidering thread onto a twill background. So lines might not be as crisp, as clean. Small text might not be as clear as they would in a PVC patch. If you're curious about the difference, feel free to ask us for some samples. We'll be happy to send you samples of PVC and embroidered patches so you can see them in person. So you can do 3D in both embroidered and PVC. Embroidery, it would be a 3D puff embroidery. With that, you are somewhat limited because it has to be a certain size that you're wanting to do 3D in that design itself. In PVC, you can definitely do 2D or 3D. There'll always be raised and recessed areas. It just has to do with the nature of the raised areas. We've got a video on that. Check that out. It goes into great depth explaining the difference in PVC itself. Also, turnaround time. Embroidery tends to be a little bit quicker, on average about 3 weeks from payment to delivery. PVC is about 3 to 4 weeks. We can always see if there's something that we can do in the production or the shipping of your project to get it to you a little bit quicker. But if you know, I definitely need these as quick as possible, we might recommend embroidery over PVC. Sometimes your design will dictate the difference. So if you send your design in and you say, I don't really know if I want to do PVC or embroidered, we might look at your design and say, well, we think that this would work better. If it works best for both, we'll be happy to send you a quote for both so you can compare and decide from there. Like, click, subscribe, share our videos, ask questions, give us a call, email us, put in a quote request. We're happy to help. Thanks so much.